Hello and welcome back to the Mighty Alien on TV. So today I'm here back in War Thunder and I'm going to do a review of the SU-85, the Tier 3 Russian tank destroyer. This was put into service at the end of the summer in 1943 and the Russians noticed that the SU-122s were very effective, just had a really long reload, and they wanted an SPG that had a faster reload but still had that anti-tank capability. So SU-85 was produced. So obviously an 85mm gun, D5S cannon, has a good armor penetration if we ever look at the modifications. I haven't played this a lot because I don't really play the Russians that much. The armor piercing high explosive with ballistic cap shells that come as standard with this tank. They have 115mm penetration at 10 meters. Say, I think the average range you'd be firing at enemy tanks would be like 500 meters to 1,000, so that's 105 to 97mm of penetration, which is pretty damn good. I mean, obviously against the Tiger, at a range of 500 meters, you'd be able to penetrate the frontal armor quite easily, I think, if you aim for the weak spots. But I'll show you some gameplay in a minute of how it's not that effective against Tigers at medium to long range. But then you can unlock the later shells. I haven't actually unlocked these shells, but I can tell you straight off the bat that it's probably not worth taking a full load out of them, but it's worth taking a few, because as you can see it says armor piercing high explosive shell. So it's, I don't know if this is actually implemented, but what I can gather from that, it has damaging effect, boom boomy. But that's the same for that, I think. Yeah, but basically, what I think that would mean, once it's penetrated, it will then explode and then cause a bit more like crew and module damage. I think because, well, that's high explosive with ballistic. I don't know what I'm talking about. It just hasn't got the ballistic cap, so I presume it means perhaps it doesn't fly as well. It hasn't got as high penetration, but at close ranges, such as 10 meters, it has 120mm of penetration, which is higher than the standard by 5mm. But then you get to the 500 to 1000, and it's getting round about the same of 99mm penetration and 97, and then you get to 1500 and 2000 meters, 85mm penetration and 56. So then you find that from 1,500 to 2,000 meters, it really isn't that effective. But you're not going to be firing at that range anyway, so it seems pretty practical to take some of this with you just in case, but I would stick with the standard ammunition. So, if we have a look at the tank itself, as you can see, it's a hull-mounted gun on this tank. It's pretty standard for SPGs. The Stugs had it, the SU-122s had it. It just could support the bigger, heavier gun. So if we have a look at the armour here, you can see quite nice sloping here. Let's see what angle that is. 45mm thick with 49 degrees of sloping to give an effective thickness about in the middle of 63mm on the general outside, which is pretty good for an SPG. I mean, the Stug has got these really obvious weak points, such as like, yeah, we'll get onto that. Perhaps I'll do a review of that later. But it's not that bad for an SPG, but obviously it's not going to stop every single shot. Now, this is the little trick about the SU-85. You see, on most tanks, the driver's hatch would be a massive weak spot. You want to hit that, you can kill the driver and any crewman behind it. But on this tank, you see it's red. If you're facing at it, head on, then it's got an effective thickness of 104mm. That's pretty damn high for an SPG. An effective thickness of 104mm. So, if you've got over 104mm of penetration, then by all means shoot there, and we'll go on to later why you should shoot there. But if you don't, then literally anywhere on the hull and you're able to get through is pretty weak. Do not aim at the gun mantlet. I mean, it's just stupid. It's so well sloped on the sides, and yeah, just don't shoot the gun mantlet on this. I don't know if you could penetrate or not. I don't know how well the mechanics work in War Thunder as opposed to water tanks with the gun mantlet physics and game mechanics, but I wouldn't recommend it. So we've gone to the side. We have same thickness, so yeah, you're not gonna block any shots. Same for the bum of the SU-85. Now, just bear in mind that here 20mm thickness. So if you've got any fighter planes that dive and then have cannons, they might be able to get through that. So just bear that in mind, and that can easily set off an engine fire or blow up the ammo. So we'll go on to the crew, and this is what I was talking about. So this was the driver's port, and one thing, if we have a look here, you can see the driver's port. Because it's so thick, once you penetrate, it could then shatter, and it's more likely to shatter the shell on impact, killing the driver, gunner, loader, blow up the ammo. If it doesn't blow up the ammo, at least damage it. Damage the ammo on the floor, maybe even go through to damage the fuel tanks, radiator and engine, and maybe even damage the cannon breech. So, not very fun. So if we can see, the ammo is quite generally stored on the floor, and then some on the sides, right on the side, right there, right next to the gunner and the loader. If you're shooting at this from the side, you want to shoot either right in the middle there, or just on the floor. I'd recommend the middle, because then you can kill the crew as well, if the ammo doesn't go off somehow. So, there's not much else to say about this. Of course, pretty standard, based off the T-34 chassis. So you've got all the engine and everything in the same place. So, that's the tank reviewed. I'm now going to show you a game I played about 20 minutes ago, of one of the first, well, it was, fuck, every time. So I'm going to show you in a minute a game that I played a couple of minutes ago. It's a realistic battle on Poland, and I used my SU-85, and it's one of my first games I've played in my SU-85. I had not played this much, so I'll show you what was going through my mind in a minute. So here we are, we're now in a realistic battle. This is pre-recorded, so I'm not playing this right now, so I can focus a bit more on the commentary and the gameplay. So, jumping straight into our SU-85, we're on Poland, domination, so there's 3 points, one in the city, one opposite the city over the lake, and one the other side of the city over a field. So, jumped into our SU-85, deciding to go to B because that's on a raised hill, so we can shoot down onto A in the city. So, on our way, this might be a bit boring, so I might skip ahead in this bit. So we are just out of our spawn now, we are approaching the hill, and we see some enemy targets across the lake. At this point, I wasn't so sure about the long-range effectiveness of a completely stock SU-85, because at this point I haven't knocked anything. So, I see the Tiger and think, okay, might as well try and go for a shot. Not sure about the range effectiveness, take a shot, oh okay, that dips quite a bit. So, raised a bit, but my reload is so long. One thing I've got to mention earlier actually was that my SU-85 was actually put in quite an unfortunate crew slot. I put it in my newest crew slot that I bought with Golden Eagles, so it doesn't have any crew upgrades. So I missed my first couple of shots at just about everybody, and I take a hit there but it doesn't do any damage. It must have hit my gun manlet, I presume, or just hit a dodgy angle. I try and look around wondering where it hit. So, gotta get out of here, taking some fire from Tigers. That was very close, getting a bit worried at this point, so at this point we're just trying to get away as fast as possible. Don't really care about shooting any targets right now, just want to get into position on that hill to be able to shoot down over the city. So at this point it's all looking pretty good. We're capturing point in the town, we've got A, and the enemy have beaten us to B though, but we do have some friendlies over there. So I get up, try and get my gun down on the targets, but gun depression kind of failed me. Take a shot, that probably would have been a killing shot, but it got took out just before my shot hit. See another Tiger, but then again my reload fails me, but then I think that they'll come around. Yep, there we go. And just a track shot, that's rather unfortunate. So as you can see, the reload is quite long, longer than probably what it would be in my other tank crews. But that was a pretty nice shot, shattered on the fuel tank. Is that on the bottom of the tank? So that was quite an effective shot. We set him on fire, but that was a very badly aimed shot on my part. Not enough lead, but he is way too quick. He gets into the city before I can get any more shots into him. Search for more targets. Don't see any, so I move up. See some targets the other side of this little mound in front of me. Go and see if I can get some effective shots in. So this is quite an ideal range, I think, for the SU-85. It's about 800 meters. I got a very nice shot on that Panzer IV F2 there, straight through the turret, and took out his gunner and his loader, I think it was, and his commander, I'm pretty sure. But I see this Panzer IIIM, is that? Take a shot, kill his loader, gunner, and his driver, was that? Or it might have been the radio operator. Take another shot. This is where my crew inexperience comes in. I think that would have hit if my crew gunner skill was upgraded as much as it was in my other crew slots. Take another shot, miss again, and he returns fire. He damages my cannon breech and takes out my loader. At this point, I'm starting to worry. I thought that was going to one-shot me, but then I look, yep, my loader's out, my gunner's injured. That was a lucky shot. Lucky that didn't take me out. That Panzer IV F2 we shot at earlier, I actually got the kill for somehow, so I'm not sure how that happened. He must have probably got ammo racked by a friendly tank and counted as my kill, seeing as I did most of the damage. Had a bit of a derpy moment there, trying to get my gun to focus on this Panzer III. Misjudged the... Oh no, I did actually hit there. Wasn't expecting to hit that, just went straight through the turret though. Now he realises that he's not getting through my armour, so he's trying to make a run for it. Oh, and there he goes. Got taken out by a friendly. KV-85, I think that was. And now I finally look at the scores, and then I see we've lost all the points. They have B, they have C, and they're taking A. This is not looking good. I'm third on the leaderboard, not that bad in my opinion for one of my first games, my SU-85. Oh, that's cheeky Tiger. And then this is the long-range effectiveness of the SU-85. It has come to its limit when it comes up against the mighty Tiger. There's nothing I can really do at this stage. It's just try to avoid the shots and try to return fire. And I literally was like, oh, I penetrated his armour! Nope, hit the suspension. Ugh. But I'm getting pretty worried here that he's going to get a one-shot kill back on me, but he seems to be having a bit of trouble judging the distance with his shots. So I have plenty of time, but Tiger undamaged again. Tiger is really annoying me right now. Very good armour and quite long range. I decided to try and loop a shot over. Do manage to do it, but it hits an awkward angle and doesn't manage to penetrate. I give up eventually on trying to shoot at that guy and see if I can take B, because we are going to lose this match if we don't take some points. Then I see a Tiger up ahead. There are always Tigers. I think this is why hardly anybody plays the Russians, because the Tigers are so damn good. Take a bit of a rush shot there and it misses, and I forget that my loader's dead, so it takes me like 20 seconds to reload. We patiently wait to see if we can get another shot in. He's backed off, so we're going to go over this hill. Slowly advance. Getting closer and closer, and we're practically on the point now. We can see the ring. So then I see a Stug to the side, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to take care of this Tiger first. Consider going for the Stug, but nope, the Tiger's coming. Oh, that was lucky. I get a shot in, just hits the gun mat and it does no damage. Sorry about that, guys. See the Stug, try and angle my armor as much as possible. Yes, we block the shot. Take a blind shot, can't actually see him. Take it through the foliage. Hits the transmission, he's not going anywhere anytime soon, and hits the gunner. Enemy kill assist on this Panzer III from quite some time ago. Tiger 1 shoot, and his shot does no damage. Now I have time for this Stug. Let's have a look. Aim, yeah, there we go. Sweet spot, shatters and destroys the crew. So, who's next? You want some? You want... Oh, okay. Yep, that's what my luck did have to end sometime. So, the SU-85 does have its limits. You can't block every single shot from a Tiger. Right near the end of the game, I just jump into a T-34-57, but we do not win. So, that game has ended, and we're about to look at the rewards screen as we come off the loading screen here. And, as you can see, came third on my team. Not that bad. Get quite good money, quite good XP or RP as it is in this game, but I do unlock the spare parts, which is my main priority there, because it's really annoying when you get hit and you cannot repair. So I buy the parts, and then I look at the ammo, look at the penetration values, and decide to unlock, well, go towards unlocking that. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching this review, guys. Like if you like this video, subscribe for more gaming videos. We do all sorts of videos, and I'll see you guys next time. So the SU-85 was put into service in the summer of 1943. So it was they